let's start again.
Okay, everyone, let's start again. So sorry about this. I'm not the most tech savvy person, but thank you so much for your patience. So we're gonna actually start the presentation now. So congratulations on your admission. It's a huge accomplishment, and we're very excited to welcome you to USC. Please don't take this as an introduction to the tech skills that we have here. I am not an engineer and nor a computer scientist. I'm just an old person trying to use technology. So anyway, without further ado, congratulations. And welcome on your virtual trip, or maybe you live in Los Angeles. If not, welcome to your virtual trip to Los Angeles. USC is located in the heart of Los Angeles. And as you can see here on the screen, we are very close by to some really exciting places. Literally, you can walk across the street, and we have a lot of stuff over there, including our Coliseum, which is where our football team plays. We have the LAFC soccer stadium over there. We have the California Science Center, the California African American Museum. We have the Shrine Auditorium and a Rose Garden. All of this is just right across the street. And then we're also very close to downtown. You can take a short bus ride there, and there's so much going on down there. And then we're also about 15 miles from the beach, which is really nice as well. So there's just a lot to do here in LA, and it's a very exciting place to live and study. And LA also, as you probably are aware of, or maybe not, is a global hub for innovation. So I'm sure you've heard of Silicon Valley up in the San Francisco Bay Area. In case you didn't know, we have our own Silicon Valley here, but we call it Silicon Beach because it's literally on the beach. It's really cool. A lot of the companies that are based in Silicon Valley or started there, they also have locations down here because they realize like this is such an inspiring environment to both work and study. And so there's so many opportunities to do internships, to network, to find jobs right here in LA. And I think it's really exciting. So pretty much all of that industry is also based here. And then let's dig more into the University of Southern California, or USC in general. So as you can see, we're in the top 20, which is really great. I mean, this is a really good school. That's why you applied here, and you got in. And so it's definitely a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of. And USC has a strong emphasis on cross-disciplinary education. And so we think that that's really unique as well. And the president recently announced a new over 1 billion initiative called Frontiers of Computing. So we're really invested in computing and the future of it, including AI and ethical ways to use it, since this is something that is going to be a part of our lives and everyone's life going forward. And so we want to train our students to use it ethically. And just a few stats on the bottom that you might find interesting is that we have 96,000 alumni worldwide. So our alumni network is very strong all over the world, and they really do help each other out. So having USC on your resume, it is really a big deal because you can connect with other alums. They actually do respond on LinkedIn. People do like to help each other out, and people are proud to be part of the Trojan Network, as we call it. And then another thing is that our male to female ratio is actually higher than the national average. So within the engineering school itself, it's 32% female and 68% male. And so definitely times are changing, and a lot of women are getting into engineering and computer science. And so it's a really exciting time. As you can see, we have a very big research budget, and we have about 200 tenure track faculty. And then going more into detail about us being leaders in AI. So as I mentioned before, we are leaders in AI. We want to train all of our students to really understand how to use AI effectively, and not just for like, plagiarizing your admission essays, but all, we want to train people to use it for like helping people medically and getting out there and doing great things with AI and using it for the greater good of the world. And then we also have a brand new computer science building that we're unveiling, which is going to be really exciting. So you're probably going to be taking classes there. And so yeah, there's a lot going on the screen. So you can just check it out and feel free to look more into our School for Advanced Computing, and you can read more about all the initiatives that are going on here. And then Viterbi Career Connections is a huge asset to the Viterbi School of Engineering. So this is our career center, and they're doing a lot of really cool things that you should definitely take advantage of when you are a student here, if you do come here. So they will help you not just with, resume building and cover letter workshops and things like that, but they're also hosting huge career expos every year. So a lot of our these companies I mentioned from Silicon Beach, and also like other local companies, startups, all kinds of companies from big names to homegrown startups and local businesses will be here to recruit our students because they know that you're getting such a great education here at USC and they want our students working for them. We also within the Career Connections office, they offer advising, international student career resources, so they can help guide you on CPT and OPT, and they can even help you just explore what you want to do. So maybe you want to study, obviously, electrical and computer engineering, something within that department, but maybe you're not totally sure where you want to go with that. The Career Connections office can help you with that. So they have a lot to offer, and it's definitely worth checking out while you're here, and just something to keep in your back pocket for when you're on campus. And then this is just giving you, a quick snapshot of what goes on here. So they have programming going on all year round and, really exciting stuff that you can check out while you're here. It's open to everyone in Viterbi. So another thing that we're proud of here at USC is our engineering community. So as you can imagine, maybe from your undergrad experience or maybe not, our population here for engineers is very diverse. So we have students from, I think like about 80 different countries and all over the United States as well, all different types of backgrounds. And so I think it makes for a really exciting place to learn because you literally never know who you're going to be sitting next to in the classroom. And then you can learn from them as well and collaborate with people from all different backgrounds. And I think that makes a really great environment here, and it makes it a really nice place to learn. And then another thing that is a huge asset to USC is similarly, maybe at your school you have this, maybe not, but we have student ambassadors here that are exclusive to our grad programs in engineering. So their job here is to help you, help guide you with any questions that you have starting now. So you don't even have to commit to USC in order to talk with them. A couple of them are here on the presentation today. And then, so they're going to be answering the questions that you have live. And then you can chat with them anytime you want. So you can just go to our website. You can scan the QR code here, or you can go to our website later and you can connect with our engineering students. And you can actually toggle the filters. So you can look for someone in your specific department, or maybe if you're from a different country and you want to talk to someone from your country or your hometown, maybe you can find someone, that has something in common with you. And then they can answer all kinds of questions. So not only admissions related questions, but they can help guide you with housing, and they can, talk to you about like professors that they liked or tips on classes that they like and things like that. You can just talk to them like a friend, and they're happy to connect with you both offline and online. And then another cool program that we have here is our Viterbi Graduate Mentorship Program. And so when you start, if you wanted to get involved with this is a really cool opportunity because you'll be paired with a current grad student who will be your mentor throughout your time here. And then you could also become a mentor, later on if you wanted to help guide a new student and you remember how it was to be in their shoes, and you can help guide them and welcome them to campus and show them the ropes. So this is a really cool program to keep on your radar as well. There's a lot going on here, and it's not just for undergrads either. So fun fact, USC actually has more grad students than undergrad students, which is pretty unique. So when you're here, you're not going to be, just kind of, on your own. There is, like I said, more grad students than undergrad. So you're going to meet a ton of people who are in the same phase of their education that you are in. And so that's really nice. And so the clubs as well, you'll find that they're all open and that you can join, any club that you want. And we also have a ton of them that are just grad students too. So you can be involved with those clubs. And in addition to that, there's always something going on campus. I'm pretty sure Travis Scott is on campus today. There was people camped out by the bookstore. And I don't know if that was supposed to be a secret, but that's happening. And so there's like always big things going on. And it's really cool. It's really exciting. Like you honestly never know who you're going to run into on campus. And maybe that's just a feature of being here in LA. But it's also a USC thing. So it's really cool. There's something going on every day. And there's a lot of free food around too, which is also nice. Campus activities. So like I have started to tell you, there's always something going on. Even if you don't like football, you will probably start to like football here because there's something very exciting about the energy here at USC and just being at a Division I NCAA athletic school. The basketball games are super fun. Maybe you may or may not know that our women's basketball team was doing big things very recently. And we have just a lot going on with sports, with events, with clubs. We also have cool engineering and computer science related events like hackathons. We have wellness events. There's just something going on every single day. And so it's super exciting. It's an amazing place to study and even to work. And then USC also, obviously safety, they take safety very seriously. So that's a concern no matter where you live in life. And this is something that we recognize. So USC has a patrol zone and it spans outside of the campus as well. So if you decide to live near campus, which many of our students do, that is included as part of our USC patrol zone. And so our Department of Public Safety patrols it 24 hours a day. And so they're always around and available, even if something happens or you have a concern off campus within this area, they're available and you can call on them. And we even have a mobile safety app and you can use that. So there's a lot of, access to safety here. And then USC is also a Lyft partner. So we have, after 6 p.m., the ride shares within a radius. The radius is a little bit bigger than what is here. That's covered by the USC free Lyft rides after 6 p.m. So even if you don't want to take public transportation late at night, you don't have to. You can get a Lyft ride for free. And then about housing, you might be wondering where you're going to live when you're here, especially if you've never been to LA and you're not very familiar with the area. So this is where the ambassadors come in handy. And then we also have, we have limited USC owned housing. So this would be, obviously on a first come, first served basis. If you're interested, you can scan the QR code here to read more about that. But many of our grad students, I think most of them live off campus and nearby locations. So University Park, which was on the map that I just showed in the USC patrol zone, that's the neighborhood around USC. And then there are also some other neighborhoods nearby. We're just outside of downtown LA. Koreatown is another neighborhood that's nearby. It's about 15 minutes drive or 20 minutes on the metro. And then West Adams is also another nearby neighborhood, and Culver City as well, which is accessible also about 20-minute driving or 20 minutes on the metro. And so whether you're taking a car or not, you do have options. And so we can help guide you. The students especially are very helpful. They can help guide you on on what neighborhoods you might want to live in. And while USC is in LA, which, as you know, is a big major city, and it can be a high cost of living area, some of the areas around USC are actually some of the more affordable areas in LA. And so I think that that is really nice as well. So you've already been admitted and you might be wondering what's next. And there is a key to unlocking that, and it's called money. And or as we call it, the statement of intent. So as soon as you decide that you want to commit to USC, then you can submit your statement of intent. That would be in your USC portal, YOUSC. And from there, once you commit to USC, you can access all of the next steps. So you'll get the pre-orientation resources. You can join the Viterbi mentorship program. You can connect with your department through academic webinars, which you're doing right now. And then you can hear about other stuff going on as well, explore housing options. And then you'll get more information about the upcoming events and next steps for coming to campus. Okay, so then you might also be wondering, when do I have to make this decision by? And that would be also in your USC portal. So for many students, it's April 15th. For some students, it will be May 1st. It depends on, when you were admitted. So make sure you check that. Especially if you have the April 15th deadline. Obviously it's coming up, it's just 11 days away. And so just be aware of your deadline, and let us know if you have any questions or any issues. And then for international students, you might be wondering about financial documents. So that's part of a system called Trojan International, and you can have access to that as well through your portal. So check that out to find out more, or scan the QR code here. If you're an international student, you can learn more about Trojan International and the next steps for the I-20 process. So this concludes my presentation. So I'm going to hand it over in just a second to my colleague who is here today. Her name is Gabby Garcia, and she is an advisor with the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department. And she's going to tell you a little bit more about the department. And then, feel free to ask questions in the Q&A, although it would be preferable if you hold off your questions until after her presentation and really listen to what she says, because sometimes we do actually answer your questions in the presentation. And so if you can do that, that would be great. And then we'll have a live Q&A with our students who are here today. So I'm going to hand it over to Gabby. I just made you host. And so take it away whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll start the presentation. Can you hear me? Let's
Yep,
see.
we can hear you.
Okay, great. Oh, sorry. Let me just play from the start. So thank you, everybody. Welcome again. My name is Gabby Garcia, and I've been with the Electrical and Computer Engineering Student Service Office for about 9 years now. So I'm really happy that all of you are here today. I'm here to just present a little bit about our department. We are located in EEB 102. So when you go to the USC map, we're actually, the building this isn't the building, this is Boulevard, but our building is on the map. It's under Hughes Electrical Engineering, because Hughes was the one that donated the money for our building. And so if you ever wanted to find us, just look for the building Hughes. And we are located in EEB 102, and we have 4 advisors that are dedicated to our graduate students. And if you ever have a minute, I would definitely recommend to go to our website. On our website, it talks about all of our faculty, what they've done in the past, full tenure, our research, and so forth. And it basically goes over all of the joint appointments too that we have with professors that are also with other departments that are in our department as well. They have joint appointments with their research, so that's always exciting too. And just to let you know, we have Zoom and drop-in Zoom advising usually every Wednesday between 10 and 12 for quick questions. You're welcome to stop by, and the Zoom link is on our website, so you can go ahead and go on there anytime you like. And you can drop by, and then one of the advisors can help you with any of your quick questions. So these are this is us. There's four, again, like I said, there's four graduate advisors that are assigned to our master population. As of right now, we are assigned based on alpha family last name. Uh, Heidi Reinhardt, she's been with us for a few years now. She's been at Viterbi for about 17, 18 years, and she works with students, family last name as of today from A through J. Again, I work with family last names K through L. Chaim Zalata, he's been with our department for over 20 years, and he works with students with the family last name from M through T. And Sam Graves, she's been with us for a few years as well, and she's been with the Viterbi family for quite a bit, I think about 12 years or so. And she works with family last names U through Z. And of course, Diane Demetris, she is our supervisor and she's the director of student services. And she works primarily with the PhD students. And she's been with Viterbi for, I think, about 40 years. So we have a lot of veteran history here within our department, and we're really proud of that. So these are our faculty chairs. So our department is pretty big. We have two co-chairs, Professor Richard Leahy. He works primarily with the signal image processing department, but also systems in general. And then Professor Tony Levy, he is the other co-chair, and he oversees the electrical physical faculty. So there's electrical physics and electric systems that Professor Leahy works, but we're all together in two buildings. So primarily it's PHE and OHE, or not sorry, OHE, EEB, Hughes, the Hughes building. And we do have some faculty in RTH, which is the building right across on the map. So when you see the map, you kind of can see those are the three buildings that majority of our faculty are located. And then we have three associate chairs, Professor Konstantinos Sunis, Professor Peter Burrell, and Professor Michelle Povanelli. And they help us graduate students with situations that may come up when it comes to like degree programs and so forth. And so we consult with them with these situations with our student population. And then we have Professor Todd Brunn. He is our special master advisor, meaning if there's any type of concern with the degree requirement that might need a substitution because the class might have been retired, or there's a class in another department that you might want to take. Professor Todd Brunn helps us with those forms, those permissions, those requests, and they usually go through him. So we work one-on-one with this professor as well. So these are our current master programs. There's 13, lucky 13 programs within our department. The most popular program, I think, within our department is the MS Electrical Engineering, which is the number one. It's the most flexible program because it doesn't have specific requirements. And I think that's why students kind of like to follow this specific master program because of its flexibility. You're welcome to take any EE classes. When you come in August, we do have a presentation just talking about a little bit more about our area of interest within the master program. Because again, there's no requirements for this one. So we kind of go over the flow charts and what areas you might want to stick to. But again, this is the most flexible program of all of the 13. Then the other one that's pretty popular is computer engineering. It has a little bit, that's a little bit more restrictive because it has 3 specific areas that needs to be taken care of while you're here studying. But again, these are our 13 programs. Financial engineering is another one that's very popular within our programs and within ECE. Our quantum information science, we just started this up with, as well as applied physics, just within the last 2 years. So they are starting to gain momentum. We're very excited for these 2 programs, as well as the analog mixed signal and radio frequency integrated circuits. That's the other one too. That's we just started up not that long ago. So again, if you want to know a little bit more information right now, you're welcome to log on to our general website and then go under academics, under master programs, and then it'll take you directly to our catalog area within the ECE, and then it'll show all the requirements there for per master program. Okay, so what to expect after certifying with us. So if you are going to join USC and you're going to join our program, we're so happy to hear that. We do want you again to be familiarized with our website. It's just full of information. Like I said, it goes over faculty information, their most updated research information, and again, it talks about in specific to the MSE degree requirements. We will be sending out more information about registration information on about how to register, what to look for, waivers, placement information. All of that will probably be sent out to all of our certified students at the end of May or early June. And just to let you know, to be a full-time student, you need to be in 2 courses. Most of our classes are 4 units, so 2 classes. You don't have to take 3 unless it's recommended by the faculty, and we'll let you know within that email that we sent out. In the email, it's very important. It's going to be a lot of information. I know it's going to be a little overload, but we do want you to read it carefully, because on there we do specifically state which first recommended courses you should begin so that you're on the right track, so that you can go on with other classes, because our courses are full of prereqs. So I will have to, let you know that it's it is a lot of prereqs. So in order for you to go forward, you need to start from the fundamentals. So we will provide recommended first term courses for all of the majors and all of the area of specialization. So just look out for the email for sure. We will provide departmental clearance. So when you hear about D clearance, it's it's departmental clearance, and we do it as a guideline so that some of our classes are very popular within Viterbi and with non-EE majors. And so sometimes we put departmental clearance or D clearance. It'll be on the class schedule under the 5-digit number. It'll say D next to it rather than R. If it says D, it's because you have to ask for permission from the department. So that's when we'll ask you to go on to myviterbi.usc.edu to create a profile and then request the departmental clearance. And then hopefully within a few days, we'll able to get you that permission so that you can register. And then again, the placement exam information will be provided. The exam will most likely be in August, the early weeks of August, and it will take place online. It won't be in person. And so it'll show you how to sign up and what to expect. Okay, so after instruction begins, there's going to be a lot of emails coming your way. So you might be overloaded, but a lot of them are very important. So especially from our department, we sometimes send out information about, add drop deadlines of our own event mixers as well. And so just keep an eye out for that. We do want you to know not to be afraid to talk to your instructor and to visit them during their office hours. Sometimes they just sit there for their office hours and they're not visited by anybody. So please take advantage, get to know them, so that they know your name and your face, so that if you need a recommendation later on, they know you. And you need to take also advantage of the TA, the teaching assistant that's in the class, or the course producers. And those are there to help you with your work. The registration for spring 2025, look, we're already talking about next year. It's going to come very soon. You're already starting your classes in the fall, and then registration for spring 2025 is already happening in November. So, when you have a minute after you started school here, you're welcome to stop by EEB 102 or even our drop-in hours if you have any questions. We have many seminars. Seminars are because again, ECE is so big on on so many trends, and we have so many things happening. We have seminars on different contents and topics, and they usually take place in the room right across from us. It's in EEB 132, and they happen all the time. You will be getting emails about all these seminars. Some you might not be so much interested, and others you will. A lot of these are presented from faculty from within ECE, as well as the visitors from other universities that we help, get them to our department to present from what's happening at their university. So it's always nice to visit one of these seminars, and we always have cookies and so forth so that you can munch on during the presentation. And then also the Viterbi Career Connections is a wonder of our office. It's located in RTH, which is the building right across from our building. And they're located on the second floor, and you'll be getting information from them about internships and career fairs and so forth. So keep an eye out for that. If you still have questions after this presentation, you're welcome to email the general account at ece.studentservices@usc.edu. Just allow us about 2 to 3 business days to get back to you. Okay, I think that's my presentation.
Thanks, Gabby. I think I froze in the middle of that. Thank you so much for sharing all that information about the electrical and computer engineering department. So now we're going to open it up to the questions. So Mitt and Catherine are here. So if you two can turn on your cameras, and why don't you two just give a quick introduction about who you are and what you're studying, and then we'll just dive into the Q&A.
Awesome. Thank you, Maria. Hi, everyone. My name is Mithun. I'm a computer engineering major at USC Electrical Engineering Department. I was in the machine learning data science program, and then I shifted to the computer engineering program. I'm in my final semester.
Hello, everyone. I'm Catherine Aurelia, and I'm in the Master's in Electrical Engineering program. I'm in the general program. And this is also my final semester. And it's just another fact that I will be moving on to continuing my PhD at USC in the electrical engineering field.
Thank you both. Okay, so I'll just go through the questions, and then we can answer them. I think some of them you two would be the people that they want the answers from. So this question is for either of you. What is the duration of the course, and what is the internship and co-op opportunities?
Can I go for it?
Yeah. Actually, you don't even have to ask.
Usually Gabby would be the best person to answer this, but I've heard this answer so many times. Oh, Gabby's here. Okay, perfect.
No, you can answer. I'm just saying with the duration of the course, it's 16 weeks. It's a whole semester.
Yes, ma'am. The duration of a course is 16 weeks for sure. And depending on the program, it's usually 4 semesters. I see so many questions in the Q&A section if they can finish in 3 semesters. Yes, you can, but I would not recommend it from a student perspective.
And would anyone like to talk about internship and co-op opportunities? Have either of you had an internship?
I have not had an industry internship, but I was able to work with a professor on campus, and I took a class with that professor initially in one semester, and he was offering internship positions for the summer, and I got the opportunity to work with him, and I'm still working with the professor, and that has opened up a new line of interest for me, and that's why I'm continuing on to my PhD. So yes, even if you don't land an industry internship, I'm pretty sure you'll get other opportunities on campus, and that is my case. But there are many resources available on campus for you to find internships, and especially the career connections. And there's one specifically for engineering students, and they can help you to find your way to internships, co-ops, and even full-time roles before graduation. So I would highly recommend utilizing all those resources, but because you have a lot available and it is up to you to utilize them.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. And then let's see what other questions that we have on here that we can answer. This one, I don't know if Gabby, you might have an answer to this. What should I do if I have the idea of pursuing a doctorate degree during the program?
I would recommend that the first semester, I mean, you still have to start strong. So again, start with the first term courses that are recommended by the faculty, keep your GPA up. And then also I would recommend to do directed research, either the second, third, or fourth semester that you're in your study. And then you're allowed to do usually about 4 units over your tenure or your career within the department. So you can, complete EE 590. It's what it's called. It's directed research, and you can earn credit towards your degree. And I think that's probably a best way to do it. You're not required to do a thesis. It's not required. We've had students that are in their master program and then they end up continuing on to their PhD. They did not have to do a thesis, but they did do directed research.
Thank you. Someone's asking, what is the total cost of attendance? That is listed on the website. Maybe one of my colleagues can include the link here. Oh, here's a question for Mitt. What is the class size for machine learning and data science major? If you don't know, it's okay. It's actually, so I'm actually going to tell everyone on here how to find the class sizes. So in the chat now, I'm putting a link so everyone can get this link. So if you go to that link and you click on your major, on the right-hand side of the page, you'll see there's a graphic, and the graphic actually has the program number, the department number in terms of enrollment. It has the male to female ratio, and it has the international to domestic numbers as well. And I spent a lot of time on them. So please go check them out and go appreciate my artistic work. I'm just kidding. It's not that impressive, but it has the answers to all your questions because I've been seeing a few questions about that. And so we actually do have these numbers on the website. And then let's see what else we have on here. Can you please share the fee structure for fall 2024 as it's required for the I-20 or the amount to be shown to get the I-20? So that is also on the website if anyone wants to share that in the links. The I-20 is going to need your total cost of attendance. And so that will factor in like your estimated costs and like living costs and things like that. And as for that, once you decide to commit and you go inside Trojan International, that will help guide you on the I-20 process. All right, let's see. Oh, this is a question for Gabby. May I change my track from VLSI to General EE?
Yes, you can. However, we're gonna ask that students take the 2 fundamental classes of the interest of specialization within the general. And as long as you complete it and you get a 3.0, we'll go ahead and switch it. Once grades are posted, you just have to email your assigned advisor and complete a change to major minor form, and we'll go ahead and make the change for you. So yes, absolutely, you can change. Within our department, it's not that from VLSI to general is not an issue.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's see what else. This is something that I don't know if the students might have any insight on, based on what you've heard from other ECE majors. Someone is asking, is it difficult to land a job with ECE background with many CS students getting the priority? So I don't know if Mitt or Catherine, if you have any insight on this.
Sure. I can take that question. So when you say ECE background, it depends on which program you're pursuing here for the master's. So let us take computer engineering, for example. An employer would prefer a CS student for a pure CS role, right? But there's a lot of roles, especially in the today's job market, where the chip engineering and chip design has become so prominent and has gone up so much in demand. These are some job roles, and this is just a small example, right? There's so much with VLSI, with RF, with everything that the courses offer here at the electrical engineering department, that a lot of companies prefer students who can do that as well. So in a program like computer engineering or MLDS, you get a more foundational basics from the electrical engineering department, and you get to learn all the subjects that a CS student learns. I have seen that there are a few companies who actually prefer students who only work in the computer engineering or in like a VLSI specialization when it comes to hiring students.
Thank you so much. Okay, so a DTS, I got in for the master's in VLSI design. So could you please tell me what I need to study beforehand so it will be easy for me? So actually, first of all, congratulations on getting into the program. There's nothing you need to do. You've already been admitted, and I don't know how to make it easy for you. It could be a challenging program, but do either of you, Mitt or Catherine, have any tips on like studying or like kind of having work-life balance or any preparation that students can do right now that could help them, not that they need to do anything but just any advice that you have that's going to help them prepare for what to expect as a grad student here.
Yes, ma'am, I'd love to take that question. Because my first semester here, I took on 10 credits because I thought, hey, I killed it in undergrad. 10 credits, three courses, that should be very easy. So I took up 10 credits and it was not easy. Um, so if you are planning on taking up more than you can chew, I would say go to the catalog for your program. There'll be courses listed that you can take up that are some mostly prerequisites in your first semester. I would say check out those courses and see their syllabus, right? There'll be topics posted. If you really want to prepare, I would say, well, that's what you're paying USC for, to like learn these programs and learn these topics. But if you really are an overachiever and you want to prepare, I would say go through those course syllabus, and then you can start researching and learning that for yourself. And when it comes to work-life balance, you're a grad student. There is an amazing work-life balance at USC. There's like events happening every day, and when Maria was saying that events happen every day, she wasn't joking. There is literally events happening every day at USC. Uh, but you will not be able to attend all of them. You'll be able to attend. You need to be selective, because as a grad student, most of your time is going to go uh, to fulfilling your program requirements, to doing your research, and essentially what you're here for, to take that a few years out of your life where you can actually just work on what you want to work on.
Thank you so much, Mitt. Thanks for sharing your story. That's really helpful. So Aditya is asking, can you please comment on the placement statistics for computer engineering? I'm actually going to send you back to that major page. I'm going to include that here, and I'll put it in the chat for everyone to see. So if you go to the major page, I just put the computer engineering one on there. On the left-hand side of our, on each major page, there's a tab that says career outcomes, and that will take you to a page, and we actually have the companies listed where students are employed. And we do the survey every year, and we post the results that we get from them on there. So you might find that our website has a lot of really helpful information if you take a little time to explore that, the stats that we put up there. So I just shared that in the chat, and then you can find that for all of the different majors. And then let's see what else. think we already answered some of these questions here in the chat. Gabby, I don't know if you can answer this one. This one is, can I apply for global internships, global research internships while studying as an international full-time master's student at Viterbi?
That would
It's
be,
okay if not.
it's probably through the VASE office since they work with OIS directly.
Yeah, this might be something that you might want to check with your with the international student office on and because when you are an international student, you have like CPT, which is curricular practical training, and then after you graduate, you have OPT. And so when you decide that you want to do your CPT job placement, it has to be related to your field of study and it has to be approved as well from the advisor. So in that case, that might be something to look more into when you decide that you're going to be here. And then is there a major difference between ECE and ML and DS curriculum and MSCS and AI? So actually we have, well, actually, I was going to say that we have the curriculums posted on our website, but Gabby, since you took your mic off, I'm going to let you take this one.
Yeah, so the difference is that MSEE general with the specialized with your focus on machine learning is you're flexible to take classes within the machine learning. There's no required classes. So within the 28 units, you can pick all your classes in that area. However, if you end up doing the machine learning degree, the specific one, there are required courses. So you can't really pick whatever you want. Here, you're required to take certain classes to complete the degree. So that's the difference. But there was a question earlier about what will my degree say? Well, the degree will say Master of Science in Engineering. They all say that. But it's on your transcript where it will say the machine learning for the MS machine learning data science. The other one will just say Masters of Engineering. So I want to just put that out there. So it's all based on what's on the transcript, not the paper degree that goes on the wall.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
I'm gonna go. You know what? There's another question about MS honors that I didn't bring up, but someone did bring up on the Q&A. We do have a student master program within ECE, and it's for students after you can apply after the first term if you have completed your first term and when you reach and achieved a 3.8 GPA, you can apply after that. The grades are posted, and then you got to maintain the 3.8 every term. So it's not an overall GPA; it's every term. And then after that, we ask students to do directed research, and then we ask for a recommendation letter from the faculty to see how well you did in the research. And then after constellation, and then depending on how much money we have in the budget, students might get up to 1 unit kickback on tuition, maybe less. It just depends on how many students are requesting or have turned in their faculty recommendation. And so it just depends on that. It's usually only in the fall and the spring. So keep your GPA up, take strong classes, do directed research, and then you'll be given a letter of completion when you graduate, so that you can also put that on your resume. I hope that answers that question.
Well, thank you so much to Gabby, Mitt, and Catherine. I really appreciate you all coming and sharing your insight with everyone. It's super helpful, and I even learn every time I talk to you all. So thank you so much. And thanks also to all of the admitted students who tuned in today. We really appreciate you, and we hope to see you on campus in the fall. And I'm actually going to wrap it up right now because we're almost at the end of the time. And so thanks again for coming. If you have any questions after this webinar, which will be recorded, by the way, I'm going to put our email in the chat. So feel free to reach out to the Viterbi grad admission team. we do check this email all day, every day. And so you will get a response. And then, you know, even if we don't know the answer, we can direct you to someone who does. And feel free to reach out to the students on the website as well. It's uscengineer.com. You can find access to speak with the student ambassadors. And hopefully we'll see you this fall. So if you have any concerns or questions as you're making this decision about whether or not you are going to come to USC, definitely reach out. We can help assuage any doubts that you might have. Thanks again for coming. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening and fight on.